Hi guys, it's Sulphur here, how are we doing? I have Lindsay with me and we're going to be doing some... What are we doing?
We're going to do a shock tower on my Losi LST. Which in an earlier video you would have seen that the shock tower was pretty munted.
No. Who did that? No, it wasn't.
Oh, I don't know, it was a pretty rough day at the track. It was
Rough
pretty
day at
good.
the track?
Bit of history on the LST. It was nitro, got the conversion kit. It's running a 2000 kV motor. The ESC is currently under repair as well. It was quite a rough day at the track. It's got aluminium C-hub upgrade, sway bar upgrade.
This thing does handle well. Must admit, it handles way better than the Savage I've got.
It goes pretty hard. It's pretty worn. It's pretty old. I've got two of these and only one of them runs now because, you know,
You stole
change
all the
out
parts off the other one.
Yeah, pretty much.
As you do.
But, you know, it's a fun truck. We destroyed the shock tower. It's bent. It's broken. There was an aluminium upgrade I got. That was all, I believe, GPM racing parts. These are all GPM racing parts. I'm going to go back to these ones here.
Plastic ones.
Plastic ones, the original stock ones.
They've got probably a lot more gear though.
They've got a bit more give, bit more forgiving on the shocks as well.
Pretty cheaper too.
They are definitely cheaper.
I'm happy you didn't charge me for that, by the way.
I'll break something of yours eventually.
I'm sure you will.
Alright, so what we'll do...
Let's get into it.
Yeah, we'll just chuck this back on. So that sits on there, lines up reasonably nicely, although I think I have that the wrong way around. Or possibly this is a rear one. No, there we go. That's going to line up. One suggestion of mine is, guys, is get a decent set of hex screwdrivers.
Oh, that's really important though.
Really important. So what I'm going to do with these is just give it a bit of a pre-turn first. That slid through pretty nicely.
That's what she said.
I'll get that on there. Try not to be too
how many
handsy,
screws
guys.
go into that? This
This
is
is
LST
4.
too, isn't it? Yeah.
This is LST2. Although these LST1 parts on this as well, because I had an LST1 and an LST2 that were both nitro.
Close up of that.
And I went electric because they're just so much easier these days.
Yeah, I agree. I do enjoy nitro though. The smell and the buzz of it, it's still got that essence, but
It is.
electric, just charge and go.
So my suggestion with this will be
Charge and
is
brake.
get a couple of screws in first, get it all lined up, and then you can go through, tighten that puppy up. Is that a bit easier for everyone to see? No, nice, easy.
So that's pretty straightforward then. There's only 4 screws that hold it in.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
there's a lot more to go on with that. You got your shocks to go back on. We won't be doing that today because the shocks need a bit of a service as well. As you can see, she's pretty dirty. She had a good bash.
Sure did. So I went through the mud as well. Is this waterproof?
It's mostly waterproof. This box here locks in pretty tight. The servos are not waterproof, but I've put this through a lot of water. Not dunked it, but just in the water, in the puddles, and she's been pretty good.
Still going.
Still going.
So that's another thing. Screw kits are always handy to buy if you can find them cheap.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing worse than not having a screw.
I've actually been through on this and replaced a lot of the 1.5mm hex drivers with a square drive. Anything that pretty much went into plastic, I replaced with square drive because I
They're
was
just so much easier to work with though.
heaps easier to work with, and I was chewing them out all the time, and then I'd have to get a hammer on it and try to bash them out and try to, you know, I was wrecking things. So that was the shock tower, guys. Pretty easy.
Pretty straightforward. So what else goes on there? Is just the shocks and that's it, and body posts.
It's body posts. They're currently broken as well. Waiting for some of them on order. They should be here in the next couple of weeks. So like I said, we went back to plastic. A little bit of give on them.
Yeah,
There's no give on that aluminium. We'll leave the aluminium one on the back there till it's broken.
So what, next weekend?
Yeah, pretty much. So that's that, guys. I'll just move that back there.
Cool.
What we might do now is just touch on the ESC. This ESC's been through a hell of a lot. So this ESC, we replaced the capacitors on it.
So
Due to the fact that one of them blew out.
So one blew out. We went. Where did we get those from? JCar.
JK Electronics. Or your local electronic supply store should have it.
Yeah, it's a pretty standard one. But what did we find? The original ones were smaller, weren't they?
Yeah, they were a smaller size. The actual capacitor was exactly the same, but the design of it was a different design, so they were smaller. They didn't follow it, so we've kind of hacked this up a little bit. But it still goes. There's nothing wrong with it.
What is it? This is a Hobby King one?
Yep, this is Hobby King. Oh, no, this is Turnigy.
Is it?
150 amp. Will run up to 6S. Fully programmable. Sensorless.
This is the one they're out of stock on at the moment, I think.
They are currently out of stock at the time of filming. So we've had to replace the switch on this as well. This is just a switch I had lying around. It was firing up, but at the moment I'm currently just waterproofing it. So obviously there's no warranty on this. We've hacked it, we chopped it.
I don't give any warranty on my soldering.
Yeah, so it's a good ESC. I've had a couple of issues with it. So one of the capacitors broke. So I looked at warranty at the time and thought, oh, it was going to be more expensive to send it back. So I thought, oh well, if I kill it, I kill it. If I don't, I don't. So we fixed it once with these capacitors here. Last time we went out, when we broke the shock tower, one of these capacitors, the wire had broken off. Taking the capacitor off it again. So we've resoldered them back on. Sturdier wire, stronger. Now the blue that you can see is actually plastic dip, spray on. So as I said, I'm waterproofing it. I've put a coat on it at the moment. We'll spray that a few more times. Put it all back together. Remove the tape. Heatsink back on it. Put it back in its case. Fan together. Away we go. We'll do a bit more on that later. At the moment, we'll just leave that. But that's just what's going on with the ESC.
Please go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. We have more videos coming soon of RC bashing and repairs. Stay tuned. Peace.